Imagine a world where oil isn't just money, it's power, danger, and survival. That's the world Landman drops us into. From the very first shot of Trailer 2, you can feel the tension. It's gritty, explosive, and real. And the question is clear. Could this be Paramount Plus's biggest drama since Yellowstone? Asterisk, the second trailer for Landman wastes no time pulling us deep into the chaos of West Texas oil country. There's no slow build-up here. It opens with fast cuts of drills pounding the earth, oil spraying into the air, and workers covered in sweat, dirt, and desperation. These aren't your clean-suited business types. These are people living on the edge, making risky moves for big payoffs. The visuals are bold and sharp. The Texas landscape feels alive, dry winds, endless fields, oil rigs stretching across the horizon. It doesn't just show you the world, it throws you into it. You can almost feel the dust on your skin and the heat rising from the ground. Then there's Billy Bob Thornton. From the moment he appears, the tone shifts. He's not yelling. He doesn't have to. His silence is louder than most characters' dialogue. He plays a fixer, a crisis man for the oil industry. Think of him like a cleaner, someone who steps in when things go really wrong and makes them disappear, usually without asking too many questions. His look, the way he holds his cigarette, the slow confidence in his walk, it all screams danger, control, and experience. One of the most striking parts of this trailer is the contrast between wealth and struggle. In one shot, there's a massive mansion with shiny black SUVs pulling in. The next, we see oil workers sleeping in trucks or yelling during a drill failure. This isn't just a story about the rich. It's about the fight for survival from all sides. Everyone's trying to win, but the game isn't fair. The dialogue we hear in the trailer adds even more weight. One line stands out. You either take the land or the land takes you. It's not just a cool line that tells you everything about what this show will explore. It's about power, land, and who's willing to cross the line to get what they want. The tension builds as we see glimpses of backdoor meetings, land contracts being signed in smoky bars, and quick flashes of what look like physical fights and sabotage on the rigs. There's a scene with a burning oil field in the background while two characters argue in the foreground. That's the kind of storytelling Sheridan is known for, where the drama of the land mirrors the drama between people. Musically, the trailer goes for a slow, haunting guitar and deep drum beat. It's not fast or exciting, it's heavy and serious. The music makes every frame feel more intense, like something big is always just a few seconds away from exploding. Another great thing is how the trailer avoids giving away too much. We don't know exactly who the villains are yet. We don't even know who's really in charge, and that's what makes it work. It builds curiosity. It makes you want to know more visually and emotionally. This trailer delivers. It promises a show that's not about good versus evil, but about people trying to stay alive in a world where oil runs everything. And with Billy Bob Thornton at the center, it feels like every moment could explode. In short, Landman Trailer 2 doesn't just tease a new show, it makes a statement. It tells you, we're coming for the Yellowstone throne and we're bringing fire, oil, and grit with us. At the center of Landman is a story about control, not just of oil fields, but of people, land, and legacy. It's based on the Boomtown podcast, which was already known for its raw, honest look at the oil industry. But what Taylor Sheridan is doing here goes beyond storytelling. He's building a world that feels disturbingly real. The plot of Landman is set in modern-day West Texas during a time of intense oil boom. The land is valuable, and everyone wants a piece of it. But this isn't just a business show, it's personal. The story follows the people who live and work in this world, the executives who make billion-dollar decisions, the roughnecks who drill in dangerous conditions, and the locals caught in the middle. Billy Bob Thornton plays Tommy Norris, a crisis manager who works for the oil companies. He's the guy who steps in when something's gone horribly wrong, whether it's a land deal gone sideways, a worker accident, or something worse. He's not a clean-cut hero. In fact, he might not be a hero at all. Tommy knows how to bend rules, pressure people, and make ugly problems disappear without headlines. His job isn't to fix the system. It's to protect it, but the trailer hints that Tommy's starting to question that system. One scene shows him staring out at a rig that's gone up in flames, while another shows him refusing to sign a document. This suggests internal conflict. Maybe he's been doing this for too long. Maybe he's starting to see the damage left behind. Supporting characters seem just as layered. Though the trailer doesn't reveal all their names, we catch glimpses of key figures: a young Landman, possibly new to the industry, looking overwhelmed as he walks into a heated meeting. He could be the audience's window into this world, learning how the system works and how it twists people over time. A local rancher, likely fighting to keep her family's land. One scene shows her shouting in court, papers flying from her hands. Her battle could represent the many real-world farmers who've lost everything to corporate deals. An oil company executive smiling during a fancy dinner while talking about progress. His calm surface hides something darker. He may be the show's symbol of polished greed, someone who profits while others suffer. Oil field workers who seem to live on the edge every day. We see them working overnight shifts, dealing with injuries and watching explosions from unsafe distances. Their storyline might explore what it means to risk your life for a paycheck in an industry that doesn't care about your name. There are hints of family drama, too. One shot shows a teenager throwing a backpack into a truck, yelling at someone off-screen. Another shows a woman crying as she watches old home videos. These could point to storylines about the emotional toll of living in oil country. Families fall apart. Marriages get strained. Children grow up around danger and secrecy. The setting plays a huge role in the story. West Texas is more than a backdrop, it's almost a character itself. Dry, wide open, and unforgiving. The land gives life through oil, but it also takes it away. The show seems ready to explore how communities change when money flows in, and how quickly that money can vanish. What makes Landman different is that it doesn't paint the oil industry as just good or bad. It shows how it feeds people, gives them jobs, and builds small towns. But it also shows the cost, how land is taken, how health is ignored, and how big business often wins. The storytelling here looks like it'll be layered with overlapping timelines and viewpoints. You won't just see the world through Tommy's eyes. You'll see it from those who suffer the consequences of his decisions. That's where the emotional punch will come from, watching how one choice in a boardroom affects someone miles away on a dusty field. We may even see government or media characters come into play, trying to expose the truth. But in this world, truth seems like a dangerous thing. People cover it up, bury it, or buy it. Overall, Landman promises more than just action. It's going to dig deep into identity, morality, and power. Every character seems stuck between doing what's right and doing what pays. And when oil is involved, those choices don't come easy. Asterisk, at first glance, it's easy to think Landman is just another Yellowstone clone. Both are created by Taylor Sheridan. Both feature powerful men at the center of explosive industries. Both are set in the American heartland, where land equals legacy and greed can dig deeper than any oil rig. But when you start peeling back the layers, you'll find that Landman doesn't just follow the Yellowstone formula, it re-engineers it. Let's start with the most obvious similarity: the tone. Like Yellowstone, Landman is intense, slow-burning, and character-driven. It doesn't rely on fast action or quick payoffs. It builds its world patiently, letting the tension simmer until it finally explodes. Sheridan is a master of this style. He creates shows that feel like long, brutal chess games where each move has weight and consequences. And in Landman, every handshake, every contract, and every conversation carries unspoken danger. But there's a key difference. Yellowstone is about preserving power, while Landman is about chasing it. In Yellowstone, John Dutton is fighting to hold on to his land, legacy, and family name. His enemies come for what he already has. But in Landman, characters like Tommy Norris are clawing their way up. No one is safe. No one is settled. It's a world of hustlers, climbers, and deal-makers. They're not defending a legacy, they're trying to build one from the dirt. This changes the entire feel of the show. Yellowstone is about survival through resistance. Landman is about survival through ambition. The characters reflect this. Contrast, John Dutton is a patriarch, stoic, grounded, and rooted in tradition. Billy Bob Thornton's Tommy Norris, on the other hand, is a mover, a fixer, a man who plays dirty but smart. He doesn't want to pass down a ranch, he wants to manage chaos and make a fortune while doing it. He's less of a cowboy and more of a corporate outlaw. Even the environment set the tone. Yellowstone shows the beauty of nature, the rivers, the mountains, the wide open skies. Landman is harsher. We see oil rigs pumping endlessly, towns coated in dust, and machines tearing through the land. Nature isn't sacred, here it's a resource, something to be owned, used, and profited from. Where Yellowstone feels nostalgic, Landman feels urgent and industrial. And yet, they do share some key DNA. Both shows tackle the idea of American identity, what it means to own land, build something, and fight for it. Both explore moral gray areas. They don't give you heroes and villains. They give you people with justifications, broken ethics, and painful choices. That's Sheridan's signature. He writes people, not types. Also, both shows highlight how the past and future are constantly clashing. In Yellowstone, it's the old ranching way versus modern developers. In Landman, it's small-town values versus corporate oil giants. In both cases, money threatens tradition. And in both cases, the land becomes the silent battlefield, valuable, sacred, and exploited. From a structure point of view, Yellowstone unfolds like a family saga. Multiple generations, deep family ties, and personal betrayals. It's part Western, part Shakespeare. Landman, however, is more of a workplace drama mixed with political thriller. It's about the energy business, the secrets it hides, and the people who keep those secrets buried. One major difference that stands out: Yellowstone leans heavily on its emotional center, love, loyalty, and family scars. It gives viewers those quieter, intimate moments. With Landman, the trailer suggests a colder world, more transactional, less heart, more edge. While it may have emotional arcs, they're likely buried under deals, drills, and desperation. Another key point is the scope. Yellowstone started on a single ranch, but expanded with spin-offs like 1883 and 1923, exploring the Dutton family legacy across time. Landman might not go in that direction. Instead of looking backward, it seems focused on the now, the world of oil in modern America. It could become a platform to explore current-day issues like energy politics, climate consequences, or even international oil relations. What connects the two shows most, though, is Sheridan's ability to reflect America's soul, its power struggles, its ambition, and its dark underbelly. Whether it's a cowboy defending his land or a fixer managing oil fires, the heart of the story remains the same. People doing whatever it takes to survive a system built to break them. So, is Landman the next Yellowstone? Maybe, but more importantly, it might be the next evolution of Sheridan's storytelling. If Yellowstone asked, "What are we willing to do to keep what's ours?" then Landman asks, "What are we willing to become to get what we want?" Asterisk, if Landman looks like a giant storm rolling across the plains, then the real question is, when does it hit? Paramount Plus has already confirmed that Landman is set to debut in 2025, though the exact date hasn't been nailed down. But one thing is certain: this show is shaping up to be one of their biggest original series yet, and they know it. That's why Trailer 2 dropped with cinematic punch. This isn't just a teaser, it's a statement. Production is already finished on most of the first season. The locations? Shot right in the heart of Texas, real oil fields, real dust, real sweat. Sheridan doesn't do green screens. He believes in building worlds that feel like documentaries dressed as dramas. That commitment to realism is why people keep showing up for his stories. They don't feel like television. They feel like truth, raw, rough, and beautifully flawed. But what's really fueling the hype isn't just the show's setting, the creator, or even Billy Bob Thornton's killer performance. It's the expectation. Viewers are already asking the big question: will this be the next Yellowstone? And that pressure is both a blessing and a challenge. Yellowstone built a universe. It didn't just deliver a story, it delivered a culture. Cowboy hats became cool. Again, ranch politics became family drama. It turned TV into must-watch mythology. Now fans want something new but familiar. They want that same emotional grip, but with a fresh setting and new stakes. That's where Landman has an edge. It's not Yellowstone 2.0, it's something else entirely, a modern-day frontier war. Not fought with horses and rifles, but with oil rigs, legal papers, and silence in boardrooms. It speaks to a different kind of American dream, the one where risk is currency, and loyalty has a price tag. Expectations are already sky high. Social media is buzzing. Industry insiders are calling it Sheridan's most grounded project yet. And fans? They're divided in the best way. Some say it'll be better than Yellowstone, more focused, more intense, more now. Others are skeptical, worried that it might lack the emotional pull of the Dutton family saga. But let's talk about what's coming next, what this show might grow into. First, the world of Landman is huge. This isn't a limited drama locked into one family's struggle. This is a living ecosystem of characters, from small-town workers to billionaires, from politicians to activists. Each character offers a new doorway into the oil industries. Grip on America. That gives Sheridan room to expand, branch off, or even spin off, just like he did with 1883 and 1923. Second, the themes are ripe for exploration. We've already seen hints in the trailer: climate risks, rural displacement, health hazards, land exploitation. But the show could go deeper. What happens when oil money enters politics? What happens when safety shortcuts cost lives? What happens when someone tries to blow the whistle? These stories could unfold slowly, with tension and truth wrapped into every episode. Third, the character arcs have long-term potential. Take Tommy Norris, for example. We know he's good at cleaning up messes. But what happens when he becomes the mess? What happens when someone from his past reappears? Or when the very system he protects turns against him? This could be a transformation story about a man buried in the industry he once controlled. And lastly, there's the audience impact. Paramount Plus knows it's sitting on something big. If Landman's first season hits the way it's expected to, don't be surprised if it becomes the next core of their streaming strategy. Think merchandise. Think Emmy campaigns. Think spin-offs. Think cultural conversation, but all that comes down to execution. Can Landman balance the slow burn drama with high-stakes twists? Can it connect emotionally while still digging into heavy, real-world themes? Can it tell a story that's both timely and timeless? If Taylor Sheridan's track record is any clue, the answer is yes. He's proven again and again that he can take a world we think we know, ranch life, law enforcement, or in this case, oil, and show us what's really underneath. And in Landman, what's underneath is pressure. Pressure. To survive, to climb, to win. And like any oil field, when pressure builds too high, something's going to blow. So as we wait for Landman to arrive in 2025, one thing is clear: it's not just another drama. It's a modern Western dressed in a business suit, riding a black SUV instead of a horse. And it might just drill straight into the heart of America's most explosive industry.